Hey, and welcome back to Joe from New England. Okay, so you're heading down to Buzzards Bay, and you're heading down 495, something you always done for years. And you get over, you go past 195, and now you know you're on Route 25. Okay, exit 1 is going to be 620. Exit 1 is actually 195. Exit 2 is 628, and exit 3 was going to be the cutoff for Buzzards Bay. You get on to Buzzards Bay, it says exit 10. 10 miles. Now you start thinking, oh, I went up Route 3. And I realized exit 3 is now exit 7. What's going on? This video is going to tell you. The Massachusetts new exit number system. Most of the highways have now been replaced. They still got a couple to go. Let's talk about it right here on Joe from New England. And please don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. And share it out if you can. So on with the show. And welcome back to Joe from New England. This is our videos on the Massachusetts Highway new numbering system. It was supposed to be one video. It ended up being an hour and 15 minutes. So, that's not even counting the closing. So, what I've decided to do is divide it up into 3 or maybe 4, but I think it's going to be 3 different segments. We're going to cover the western part of the state, the northeast, and the south, and the southeast part of the state. So I think we want to do it. So, so whichever one this is you're watching, because I'm doing one intro for all 3. If you want to watch the one entirely, it's going to be put right here. All right, and that is because if you want to watch the whole thing, it's an hour and 15 minutes. So I'm going to put a total of 4 videos. It's basically one video broken up in 3 parts, and then plus the uncut version. So we'll put it all up in one time. So with that, enjoy, and hopefully learn something. I learned a lot doing this. So, and kind of curious what's after exit 67 on Route 2, because it's still, I think, some areas which wasn't touched. So, but that's probably because of the fact that it's not a divided highway. So, all right, let's get to it. The Massachusetts new exit number system. Massachusetts new exit number system. Yeah, something like that. The new exit numbers are in Massachusetts. Let's take a look. And welcome back to Joe from New England. Okay, so what we're going to do is today we're covering the new highway exit numbers in Massachusetts. There are only 2 states left that have not finished this project yet or started it, well, we have now started it a couple months ago here in Massachusetts, and all the highways in Mass are getting redone. So this information I'm getting, by the way, is from www.newmassexits.com. It's put out by the Massachusetts Department of Transportation. So I won't go into the video of why why we need to do this, but to be to quick summary of it, we have to go ahead and do it due to state mandates. But it also makes it easier if you add a new exit. You don't have to change all the numbers. It only makes sense. It really does. Everybody here was all up in arms. Why are they going to do this? Because the rest of the country is doing it. Okay, unless it's a national standard now. And a couple of videos coming up that I'm going to be doing. We're going to be doing um, New England highways, and we're going to be doing the National Interstate System, National Interstate Highway System, and you're going to notice every state in the country besides, I think it was, I'm not going to say which one, who the other one. Mass was one of them. There was one other one as well. And well, we're doing it now. So Maine did it uh, a bunch of years back, like 5 or 10 years ago. I don't think it was 10. I think it was, because I remember what was happening when I was working for the Navy Reserves as a contractor going up to Maine. So I did remember seeing that. Now Diane's parents have a place up in Maine right off of, it used to be exit 3, now it's exit 7. So, but let's get into it. All right. I'm just click on the handout here, just so you know what comes up when you click on handout. So the milepost base exit number system, what they're going to do is they're going to replace the new numbers on the top of the signs, and then they're going to put a yellow sign saying old exit number. Okay. It's going to be route by route construction, so it's actually almost done now. 495 hasn't been done. I think that's one of the last ones, and Route 2 hasn't been done yet either. So I know Route 2 needs to be done, and 495 needs to be done. I know from talking to amateur radio operators that I talked to going on the work. Route 3 is complete, Mass Pike is complete, which is I-90, and so isn't Route 24. I think they said was all done. 95, I'm pretty sure it's done. So, well, we'll get into it. All right, we'll get into it. So, this gives you an idea what it's going to be like. So when you go to this website, newmassexits.com, it'll tell you exactly what's going on. But that's what I'm here for. Okay. So we're going to start with the Pike. The Pike is I-90. It starts off at basically Logan Airport, and it goes to New York, into New York State, outside of Albany. All right. The first exit, old exit 1, is now exit 3. Some of the major exits, if you go to the website, they'll tell you. All right. Exit 1, saying westbound, because is now exit 3 westbound. Okay. So the old exit 1 is now exit 3. Exit 2 is mile marker 10, and 3 is 41. So there's 31 miles between the two exits. Who knew? I never clocked it. It tells you right here. Right here in this area right here. All right. and there's 4 miles between 3 and 4. Okay, we used to be 3 and 4. It's now 41 and 45. Exit 5 is 49. Well, where are these at? Okay. The old exit 3, which is now the new exit 41, is US 202 and Route 10. All right. So the idea is, what are the major intersections here, or the major exits? Well, here's one of them: junction of I-5 and 91 off of Mass Pike, or I-90. I'll be calling it a Mass Pike, just that's what we call it here in the state, but it's I-90. But the junction of 90-91 is mile marker 45. The next interstate junction is exit 291. All right, now this is if you're coming from the west to east. If you notice, all the numbers, all the low ends are on the west side of the state. The high numbers are going to be east side of the state on an east-west highway. As I'm going to talk about in a couple of videos from now, is how the interstate system works. In a nutshell, east to west are even numbers, north to south are odd numbers. The low end, or the numbers, either start in the south, going east-west. Ones that go east-west, they start in the south, such as I-10, I-15, I-20, I-30, I-40, I-50, I-60, I-70, I-80, I-90. And I think there's a couple of others, like 94, in other parts of the country. But the ones that directly go east-west from coast to coast are 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. East-west, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95. All right, as well as like in this state, there's a 93 and a 91. But the point of that is that east to west, they're odd numbers. 93, correction, did I say east to west? North to south. North-south. Or technically south-north, because the low number is in the south. So south to north, all right, are 5. I-5 is in California. Again, I'm going to get into this later anyways. But basically here in this state, 95, 93, 91 are your north-south interstates. Okay? And when you see a 3-digit, it's a connector. 291, all right? 290 and 395, which is funny about it. The junction of 290 up the pike is mile marker 90. It used to be exit 10. And this is why they did this. Okay? See this 10A? It was a new exit they built way back when. And it was put between 10 and 11. Well, guess what? They had to put an A on it. Now they don't have to do that anymore, because if they put another one, they just go the mile marker. Here's another example, 11A, which is 495. It's mile marker 106. Route 9, which is actually, you'll see the Sheridan Tower right off it. We call it the castle. That is Route 111. The next major intersection will be I-95, Route 128. Eastbound, it's exit 123. Okay. I didn't realize that it had two different exit numbers, east and westbound. But either way, it's going to be 123. Mile marker 123. And again, reasons like this is why they're doing this. when you get down to the Junction 93, this is in town Boston. This is where what we call the expressway meets the Pike. Is I-93, US 1 and Route 3. Well, Route 3 goes down to Cape Cod. That is what we call the expressway. That's not US 3, that's Route 3. So, and then you have Logan Airport, which is mile marker 137. So basically what we did, we just real quickly covered the major intersections of the Pike. So go to the next one. Let's do 95. 95, it goes from Rhode Island, connects to Route 128, and goes around the out, and it's the middle loop around Boston. I should say the inner loop around Boston. With calling 495 the outer loop of Boston. 495 was one of the last highways built. I remember that when that was finished and connected, it went down to all the way down to. Uh, you probably heard all the scratching, but all the way down to Wareham in I-195. So this is how it works. All right, exit 2 is down here in Rhode Island. So okay, the first exit is actually it's in a town called South Attleboro, and that's where exit 2 is. All right, comes up here. Let me see if I can make the screen a little bigger so you can see a little bit easier. All right, so it comes down here, South Attleboro, and connects to. Now here's the funny thing. This used to be 128, but technically now 128 starts here, goes all the way up. 128 will continue on to Gloucester, and 95 will end up going north this way. This is up in the Peabody area, Peabody Danvers area. And so it comes in and keeps on going. This is how the numbering system works. Well, exit 90 is the old exit 60 of 95. All right, and that goes all the way down. Comes down here, and exit 37 is for 98. Okay, so exit 90 is the New Hampshire border. Exit 55 is a junction of 95, or what I call 128, and I-93. Now you're saying, okay, 93, 95, which goes where? 95 goes to New Hampshire, a small section of New Hampshire, and then connects into Maine, up in Kittery, and it goes all the way up. In New Hampshire, the biggest town it goes through is Portsmouth. There's literally 5, 6, 7 exits, and 3 of them are like real close together. And then you're going over the bridge over the Piscataqua, and then you into Maine. But this is where it's at. So exit 55 is for 93. Exit 26 is where you can get on to 93 from there as well. Exit 26. So 93, there's two 93 exits, 55 and 26. Because 93 starts here, and you'll see it in a little bit, and comes up. All right. Exit 39 is the Mass Pike of 128 or 95. And then you have exit 12, which is the old exit 6, which is exit 6, which is 495. I'm thinking the other way here. And I said exit 2 is the first exit, or the last exit, depending which way you're coming from, and that puts you in South Attleboro, and then you're in Rhode Island. So that's 95. All right. And let me make this a little smaller. So, as we said, the first exit from the state border is South Attleboro. Okay. Junction of Route 1. Again, this is for 95. And then you have exit 2, which is still mile marker 2, A and B, which is junction of 1A. Now the exit 3 used to be on northbound only. It's now been changed to exit 4. Again, that's a northbound only exit. All right. And this is for Route 123. And then there's another one again. See, here's 3A and B south. See what happened here is there's 2 ramps in the northbound there's 1 ramp, but southbound there's 2 ramps. And that's why they broke that up. And that's for junction of 123. Here's the major one here, 195, which is only 2 exits in Massachusetts, and it goes into Rhode Island. That's now going to be exit 6. It used to be exit 4. Okay, now you have junction of 495. Again, 495, 3-digit loop. Okay, it's a loop or a connector for a 3-digit. All right. So, and usually loops are 400 series, 500 series, 600 series. Connectors are 1, 2, and 300s usually. That's not. I don't think that's a hard fact, but that's just a general rule of thumb. Junction, and please correct me if I'm wrong on that. Junction says the junction of Interstate 495 is now 12A and B, where it used to be exit 6. And this is all on 95 here. All right. The next major one you're going to come across, basically, as I said before, 26 is I-93. Route 1, which is Providence Highway, is now 29. Used to be 15. And you have the Mass Pike, I-90, which is now exit 39B. 39A is actually 30. See what happened? That exit is where they get 2 interstates, or not 2 interstates, but two exits off of one. So 39B goes to the Pike, and 39A will go to Route 30, which goes into the towns of Weston and eventually Framingham, and into other parts of Central Mass. US 20, which is actually a 2-lane road, is 41. Okay. Route 2, which is a highway. Okay, and it becomes then there's lights, and then it goes back to being a highway. So it's one of those roads it's a highway. It's not. It is. It's not. But that's gonna be exit 45, where it used to be exit 29. Getting your new numbers. The new numbers are in the middle. The original numbers are on the far left side. Route 3, Middlesex Turnpike, which goes to Nashville, New Hampshire. That's now exit 50. It used to be 32A and B. Now it's 50A and B. And after that, which was said before, I-93 is once again 55. So you get 93 here, and it should have been on the 93. Yeah, 93. So 26, exit 26, and exit 55. Okay, this is the the northern exit for 93, and this is the southern exit for to get to 93 off of 95. Where is it? I lost it. Where did I put it? There it is, right there. Okay, so and that's as I said, and then further up you go, the higher the number are, the further north you are. 62. All right, 495 is now exit 89. Now that's right before. That's the that that that's how far 495 is. It's almost into, but it's almost in New Hampshire. Okay, and then exit 90 is Route 286, but which is basically in Sudbury. No, not Sudbury, Salisbury, in Salisbury, Massachusetts, and it puts you right there. So right in the New Hampshire border. So 495, then you got exit 90, and that's the Route 95. Okay, now this is the road you'll take to get to from Rhode Island to Portsmouth, New Hampshire, and Maine. All right, so now we get that. Let's go to 93. We'll do 93 since we're talking about New Hampshire to Maine. For a ham operator, it's very important. 93 goes into New Hampshire, get out of exit 2, and head to HRO. Did I say that? Okay, so 93. Here's that 95 we're talking about before. It starts right at 95. Okay. At one time, 128 used to go from here all the way around, as I said, back up. Then they dropped, and then they just stopped They stopped 128 to stop at 93 and 95, and it just shadows 95 until it splits on the North Shore. But so officially now, 93 north is right here. It goes from Canton, Massachusetts, all the way up to basically Salem, New Hampshire. to be blunt. So the major route numbers again. Exit 1 is at Route 95. Exit 7, which will goes down to Route 3. That number stays the same. It just happened to work out. 101 is 7 so the state can save money on these. They didn't have to make an old exit number. But it was funny about it was exit 7. But there's a few exits in between, like Route 24. What number is that? Well, let's find out. So we'll come down here. Route 24 is now mile marker 4. Funny thing about that, folks, it's the same number. I didn't realize that. So it says Route 1. Yep, so right there. 190. Route 1. Exit 1 is for I-95. Exit 2, both old and new, are 138. Exit 3, again, both new, old and new, is exit 3. For 138's 2, Ponkapogs is 3. Route 24, funny about it, it's still exit 4. I never realized this, so I just look at this, folks. And I've driven up and down these highways constantly since the age of 18. All these exits are a mile apart. Literally. I did not even realize that until you get to the expressway. So the state of Massachusetts did not have to get new signs for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And now we need a new one because 14 was northbound, is now exit 13B. So there's our first new sign right here. These two will be your first two new signs. And so now we have exit 14, exit 15 is now mile marker 4, is now exit 14. So it's actually gone down, which changes the thought of everything else from the state. Because usually, the the old numbers were lower than the new ones. This one here is backwards. So, yeah, frontage road is 15B. Southampton. Okay, Southampton. Okay, that's right. No, that's right. Southampton, frontage road, and frontage road are all exit 15s. The Pike is now exit 16. It used to be exit 20. That's because these are all so close together. That's why. I mean, we had three, one, and they gave it three different numbers for three different roads. They went boom, boom, boom. Now it's all one number. Okay. And I'll be honest with you, right now, it's frontage road. Let me back it up. Squantum Street is Quincy. Actually, it's Squantum Street is Quincy? That's right. No. Yeah. It's actually Milton and Quincy. It's actually in Milton, but it leads into Squantum Street and Quincy. Um, Granite Ave is Dorchester. Okay, that's these two here. Morrissey, okay. Morrissey Boulevard. Good drive around when there's a backup on the expressway. Okay. You have to know the back roads, but this one comes in handy. Okay, again, 13B. Okay, this is where you're starting to run into your Boston exits. Basically you're starting from here. These are all leading into Boston. You're in Boston, actually. Government Center, Callahan Tunnel. Used to be exit 24, now it's exit 17. Stero Drive, which is a left-hand exit, folks. If you're going to get on Stero, it's a left-hand exit, so just beware. It's now, used to be exit 26, now it's 18. Junction of Route 1, again, US 1 is exit 19. Again, a left-hand exit. Actually, I'm going to take that back. Stero Drive is no longer a left-hand exit. That used to be. It's a right-hand exit. Route 1 is the left-hand exit. It's been a while since I drove up there. And then we have 29 to Route 28 and all that. Okay. The next major junction right here. Used to be 37, now it's 28. Again, this is the only one that went backwards. And of course, it's 93, I-93, one that goes through the heart of Boston. That's why it's doing this way, going by the mile marker numbers. So all the new ones are by the mile marker numbers. Okay, so the next one after that, next major intersection after that, the 93. Okay, you get 62, and but the next major highway is until you get to state line, exit 46. So it's getting close being back to being even, but there you go. So, oh, there it is. That's what I was looking for. Let's back up a little bit. 495. 495 is exit 40 on 93. So, let's go down to the Cape. Let's check the Cape numbers. Okay, let's go. Actually, to get to the Cape, we need to take Route 3 south. Come down here, take Route 3. And we'll talk about 24 in a little bit. That's Randolph to New Bedford, Fall River area. Okay, so here's Route 3. It starts at 93 and ends at Route 6 in Sagamore. Bourne, actually, the Bourne section, the Sagamore portion of Bourne. Sagamore is a village in the town of Bourne. The Sagamore Bridge goes over the canal and connects 6, which and then 6 goes all the way to all the way to P town. All right, the first exit is exit 1 as you come off the bridge. After that, you just keep on going. So, exit 16, which I believe is Route 44, by just looking at this. And then 43. So, to cover these numbers real quick, if you're coming off the Cape and you want to take Route 3 north, exit 1 is junction of 6, which is at the Sagamore Bridge. I wish I put Sagamore Bridge there. The old exit 2 is now exit 3, which is Herring Pond Road. The old exit 3 is now exit 7. That's Clark Road. It used to be Clark Road Long Pond, but they changed it. Now it says Clark Road and something. I forget the name of it is now. This is a one to remember, especially if you come up this way to visit. It's Plymouth Plantation Highway. This is now, it used to be a southbound exit only at southbound exit only. At exit 4, it's now exit 12 because it's the mile marker 12. That's 12 miles north of the Sagamore Bridge. And then exit 5, shopping. Some shops are down there. Is Long Pond Road. Hint, if you're in the back up on Route 3 South, you can get off at Long Pond Road, follow it down. Follow Long Pond Road all the way back to exit 3, the old exit 2. And actually, you can actually go, if you know the back roads, you can get around it that way too. So if you're heading over to Bourne or Buzzards Bay, you don't hit the highway. You take the back road. When there's a major backup, there's a secret highway, as we call it. And I'm sworn to secrecy. You know, I can't help it if it's on the Plymouth, if it goes for the Plymouth Bourne line. Where was I? Oh yeah. Okay, so Samoset is the old 44, which goes down to the Mayflower. That used to be exit 6. That's now exit 15. Again, same. And okay, and this, well, they did it this way. I don't know, but again, exit 6 is now exit 15, Samoset Street. Again, you can get off that. They head to the Plymouth, the Mayflower, not Plymouth Plantation, but Mayflower. Exit 4 is for the plantation. If you're heading down south. Now, if you're heading southbound, if you're heading northbound from the bridge, your best bet might get off at exit 3 and then run over to 3A and take 3A north. Or you can get off at exit 5 and come and head towards the water that way, and then at that point you'll have to follow GPS. I've always cheated and gone 3 south to exit 4. So, or do what I used to do: get off at 5 and make the flip and head back. Then you hit it. It's just as easy. Make the flip at exit 5 and head back south, and then hit exit 4 in left-hand lane. Exit 8 now it's exit 17. Oh, well, they doubled that there either. Your next major intersection should have been 44. Yeah, it's right here, 44. So Route 44 goes from now Route 3, Kingston Plymouth line goes, well, eventually ends up someplace west. I never found out exactly where, but I think it's either California or Oregon. It ends up in, I think. It could be Washington, but you know, I'll when I do my next one, but the national highways, I am gonna real quickly touch on U.S. routes. So after that, there's no major exchanges as you get to 93. You know, there's all shopping and everything else on this way. It's most of it's all residential. So up and down Route 3. They call it the South Shore. Right? So that's Route 3. Again, that goes from basically the canal, Sagamore Bridge to here, to 90, to here, yeah, right, to the what I call the expressway, or the junction of 93. All right, so now, what about this one here, Route 24, which goes from Fall River into Bedford to, actually, Fall River to Randolph, Mass. Well, let's take a look at that. 24. Route 24 and 25. Now, 25, okay, is a small section. See 495? You see 195? Well, 25 is from here to here. This goes to the Bourne Bridge. There's a story behind that. I should make a vlog about that. But in a nutshell, see this loop? That was due to a horse farm. That's why it doesn't go straight through. There was a lady, somehow she won the lawsuit and was able to keep her horse farm. And that's why 25 goes around like this and not straight through. So 25, and before 495 was finished, 25 went from 24 to the bridge. Actually, take that back. Didn't even go to the bridge. It stopped at 628 in Wareham. So this portion here was one of the last things ever get done on this whole stretch, to go straight down to the bridge. So, and on that, I'll be right back. Okay, so as I said, we're going to cover 24. Okay, 24 goes from Randolph, Massachusetts, down to the Rhode Island border. Okay, in the Tiverton, Rhode Island area. All right, it's mostly, well, it's 50-50 between three lanes south and north, and 2 lanes south and north. South of 495 is 2 lanes for most of it. I think there's one section that does go back to 3. I think I could be wrong on that. And then there is then it crosses 195 and actually joins 195 for one exit, and then you get back on 24 south to go from 195 down to the Rhode Island border. This is the road you would take to go to Newport, Rhode Island. So, all right. So, what are the exits here? Well, Route 81, Junction Route 81, is right on the Rhode Island border. I think it's the town of Kingston, Rhode Island. I'm not positive on that, which is right over that line. And then you got exit 2, which is exit 2. Okay, 3 is 3 and 4 is 4. So, and well, northbound, this is where it's going to be a little different. Northbound Route 3 for 195. Southbound is exit 4. So exit 3 for 195, exit 4 for 195, depending if you're north or south. Northbound is 3 and southbound is 4. That is because you're coming from 2 different ends and you got 195 in the middle. And go back to saying 5 is 5, 6 is 6, and 7 is 7, 8, then this is where it starts changing. What used to be 8A is still 8. However, what used to be 8B is now exit 10. Innovation Way. Exit 9 is now exit 11. So we're going to come further down. Route 140. 140 is what you'll take to go to Dartmouth. Dartmouth, and as well as New Bedford. Okay, and that's exit 12. Or exit 12 is the old number, but the new number is now exit 17. So now it's mile marker 17 for Route 140. And then you'll hit 44 as well, which is now exit 20. It used to be exit 13. Now it's exit 20. Again, so it's 20 miles from the state, from the Rhode Island line. All right. This is the big one, 495. Is that 495 again? It's always popping up. It's now exit 22. All right. 104 is residential, 27 residential, Harrison Boulevard, Route 139, and then the junction of 93, which used to be exit 21, is now exit 41. So it's still 20 miles up. So we're saying, see the 20-mile mark is Route 44. So Route 44 is actually in Rentham. No, not Rentham, Rainham. Take that back. It's Rainham. All right. And that's just about the halfway point of 20 of all right of Route 24. So, all right. Now 25, there's only 3 exits on it. That's that small section. Actually, let me bring it up on Google Maps so you can see you'll see what I'm talking about. Maps.google.com. Do you remember what a map is? Does anybody remember regular maps? Guess what? I've got them. All right, so we're gonna make this a little smaller. Well, not that small. Okay, disappeared. Here we go. Let's try it again. This is 195. I should say 95. All right, so there's 24. Why are you taking so long to load? Sheesh. Oh, that's the browser being so slow, or is it Google being slow? It's 44 off 185, and here's 25. Now here's the 25 section I'm talking about. Okay, this was supposed to go originally. Let me see if I can blow it up a little bit more so you get a better look at it. Here we go. That's perfect. This was supposed to go straight through to the bridge, right across here. Okay. I don't know if they're going to build a bridge over through Buttermilk Bay. I'm actually glad I didn't, because it might be right where my house is sitting right now. My parents' house, I should say. But I think what it would have done, it would have came up this way, and it would have cut out this big loop around here. I think when it came up here and came around like this. Okay, so it would have taken about 3 miles. Now this road is 7 miles, where it's only, here's a hint, it's only 3.5 miles this way. But it's 7 miles. Actually, it's 10 miles. So it's 7 more miles going the highway. However, this here can get clogged in the summertime. So, but this is 25 here. Okay, this is what they call the Blue Star Highway, Memorial Highway is 25. It reconnects to 28 because 28 and 6 is, 6 and 20 are the same road here. From right here where 28 meets it, and it's again, it's a 2-lane road. I'm gonna say 4-lane road with a yellow line down the middle of it. So it's two either way. The max speed is 35 miles an hour through what I call the strip, through the Wareham Strip. So this whole area is 35 miles an hour.
After this, it speeds up to 45, but this whole stretch, as soon as you get on it, it's 35 miles an hour for Route 28, 28.6. All right, so this is it here. This is Route 25. Your exits are as follows. 1, 2, and 3. Well, 1 is the junction of 195. 195, bring it down a little bit here, is right here. So this is exit 1 here. Comes down. All right. Exit 2 is where it used to end, right here. Let me blow it up a little bit here. This is exit 2. This used to be the only way to get to the Bourne Bridge, because it used to be shut down at this point until late mid 80s. 80s? It was late 80s, early 90s. All right. Actually, I don't know. I want to say it was not, it was even after that. So, I'll have to get that date. And then, so you would have to come up here and come through Lower Ham Strip. Now you go around it. Okay. That's exit 2. And exit 3 would actually be right here, the Bourne Bridge. But, oh, here it is. Exit 3 now is exit 10. So exit 2 is mile marker 3, is now exit 3, and exit 3 is now exit 10. So it's 10 miles from junction 195 to the Bourne Bridge, where it's only 3.5 miles. And I'll say 5 miles if you get off at the old exit 2. But you can only do 35. And trust me, folks, they will pace you at 40. The town of Wareham will pace you at 40 miles an hour. Do not speed through the strip. Trust me. I've seen many people, plus I've seen some nasty accidents too, so especially in the summertime, please do not go flying through that section of the town. It's a good workaround, but all right. So there's your major routes. The yellow one's gonna be Route 2, which starts here in Boston and goes all the way out to
Will be done.
Adams and
Actually,
into New York 6 first. Let's go down the Cape. Let's take a look at 6. We're still down the Cape. So that's the section that's going to be over here. All right. Yes, this is all at Route 6. I'll agree with you. Okay. However, we're gonna concentrate from the canal right here. This is the Sagamore Bridge. This is the Bourne Bridge. Let's switch to satellite view. You'll see them. There's also a railroad bridge too. So welcome to New England. By the way, you are watching Joe from New England, the new Massachusetts highway exit numbers. So, as I said, this is you'll see the canal. This is the railroad bridge right here. Let's see if the focus is in, but this is the railroad bridge. There's the Bourne Bridge. And over here, up 6, this is known as Scenic Highway. And this is the 6. So this is the portion of the 6 we're going to look at from here to P-Town. This is where it gets interesting. All right. So 6. This is where it breaks the rules a little bit, because they only started the numbering system. It used to be 1, and they're going to keep it at 1 for some strange reason. I don't know why. Okay, and this is where they're breaking the rules: 1A, 1B, and I know why. Because actually, that 1A, 1B is off the Route 3 numbering system. That's why. Okay, 1A, 1B is the Route 3 numbering system. As soon as you get on like the over halfway over the bridge, you're on Route 3. Okay. Um, what used to be 1C is now going to be, which is now the junction of 6A and Cranberry Highway. Um, that's the exit for the uh, Christmas tree shop with the windmill on it. There's also, if you're heading down, if you actually, it's not a bad idea. If you're heading down the Cape, you might want to go into Market Basket, which is off this exit 50. This new exit 55. Um, just after you go over the bridge, come down the ramp, and on the right hand side, you're going to see what they call, well, it's a little shopping center basically, and we call it the Market Basket Shopping Center. There's a couple of small outlets there, but the thing is, if you need to get some groceries for your cottage you're renting at, stop at Market Basket. Best place best place to get food. So get your groceries on that strip. I mean, I'd go there. I went there too for my parents' place in Buzzards Bay. So, but okay, 55. All right, is that first exit on Route 6. Okay, 59 is is the old exit 2. The old exit 3 is now 61, which is Meeting House Road. Um, this is a major one right here. The old exit 6, which is now 68. Okay, this is Route 132. This goes down. This will go to downtown Hyannis. You also can get to Hyannis from exit 7 as well from the other end, which is Willow Street, which is now exit 72. All right, and I take it exit 12, if I remember correct, that was the exit for in Orleans, and then you meet back up and then after that, hit the Orleans Rotary, and there's really no more exits, quote unquote exits. It's just a 2-lane road. Now it's a 4 lanes, 2 each way, with a yellow divided line. No exits, no nothing. You have hotels and you have restaurants and you have eventually dunes, and you get P-Town. So that's the quick rundown for the exit 6 numbering system. So I should say Route 6 numbering system. So let's check out 91. Now I know this area fairly well. Actually, let's do Route 2 first, and then we'll go back out to 91. All right, I know this area fairly well. Okay, I grew up down this section here in the where it says Brockton. I grew up next to a town next to Brockton called Holbrook. My parents' had the place in Buzzards Bay. I used to drive down there when I was in the Guardsmen, going down to the Cape to Otis Air National Guard Base. So I know the South Shore very well. I've got to know the whole Boston area very well. Driving the Peas when I was active duty from home, 95. I've got used to that very well. I've gotten to know. I'm still learning like the Worcester Westwood, Worcester West, because I didn't go out this way much. Now I'm out here this way, and I'm learning more and more about it. So, but we'll check Route 2. Route 2. Okay. Let's go to Route 2. All right. Route 2 starts in Boston and goes out to the New York border, as I mentioned. Um, I take 2 to come home come home from work, and I take 495 to get down to Diane's. So from here, from work, work is right about here. So I'll come out this way and come down, and then come into Marlboro. So let's check this out, okay? For instance, I want to check one here, exit 50, which is the one for the base, the Hanscom Air Force Base. Okay, that's now going to be known as exit 125 for the base. we're gonna start from the bottom. Okay. 128. No, it is 95. Okay. Used to be exit 52. Now it's going to be 127. Again, these numbers are not done yet. Route 2 has not been done. So the base exit 50 is going to be 125. Exit 52 and 53 is 128. All right, but 95 is kind of funny. It's too bad it was another mile to go. It would have been 128 is actually 95. Route 128 is junction 95, which is exit 127 off of Route 2. So you're heading further. You're gonna be heading further west. You're on Route 2, and 110, 111. Where is 40? Where is 495? Here it is. 495 is going to be exit 113. Right now it's exit 40 A and B. It's going to be 113 A and B. All right. I never realized it was 12 miles between where I got on and where I got off work. Yeah. So 113 for 495. The next major intersection or interstate, you get Route 111 was 190, the Leominster connector. That's going to be exit 101. All right. And after that, it keeps on going and going and going. As I said, I don't know Route 2 that well, especially out this far west. But old exit 14 is mile mark 67. And that's where this numbering starts. That's where this thing actually ends is 67. So it's out here. So we still have the 67 miles of absolutely, it must be just 2-lane road from here on. Okay, and that's what I was waiting to see what number was for 91. So, but I don't know. It's not listed. So, all right. So speaking of 91, let's do 91. That's our last one with a check, and then we'll finish this up. So now 91 goes from basically Hartford. All right, and it's not too far from Hartford from here. Springfield. Okay, Springfield, Mass, Hartford, Connecticut. It's right between those two. Take 91, and it goes up to the Vermont border. So, what are the exit and the major connections? Well, I'll tell you. Let's tell you right now. It's 1 is 1, is 2 is 2, and 3 is 3, and 4 is 4. But 5 is also 4. So, major connections, okay, is US 5. All right. And this is down in Connecticut now. All right. This is the south half. All right. You come up junction of 291 and 20. All right. Diane sometimes just takes 20, depending how bad the road is coming from that way. It's like 20 minutes from here, believe it or not. I didn't think it was that close. But it is 20 or 30 minutes if you take 20 to 291 on Route 20. But 91, yeah, it's more than 20 minutes to 91, though. I don't know what I'm talking about. But as I was saying, for Route 91, okay, it's the old exit 8 is now exit 6, which puts you on, as I said, 291. We go further north. 391 is exit 9. It's only 9 miles up. It used to be exit 12. All right. Gives 5 again. And here you go, the Pike. Mass Pike. Used to be exit 14. Now it's exit 11. So it seems like the north and south numbers are backwards. They cream more exits in on the north-south. And then after that, you said you get Route 9, which is like 25, and then you get more multiple exits for US 5 and 10, US 5 and State Route 10. Route 2 and 2A is exit 43. It used to be 26. Junction, another junction, Route 2, once again, 3 miles down the road. Exit 46. Now it's only, even though it used to be old 27. And then junction Route 10 is at mile marker 50. 50-mile stretch from New Hampshire, correction, from Connecticut to Vermont. So that's what this was here. All right. I'm not going to cover 84. There's only 2 or 3 exits on it. That's coming in from that's the interstate that goes into Connecticut. So 395 is another connector. I guess I should touch 395. 395 and I-290. This goes in, and this goes from Rhode Island, and then it starts as 395, and then turns into 290 going to Worcester. So this is how it's going to work. Double check here. All right. So you can start. You're going to start the line at exit 1, which is Route 193 down on the border. And you get 16, and you get Route 20. That's where it becomes but that's where 395 becomes 290. Then 290, okay, starts at exit 7. So we'll scroll back here. See what it said 6, and it went to 7, and 8, and 9. Well, what happens? They just continued it. They just continue the exiting, the exit numbers. All right. So now you're at the Pike, which is I think 7. I think they should have done 395 first, but I don't know what they did on this page. I don't know why they didn't. So junction of 190, Route 12. Okay, that's, and again I should say junction of 90, no, I-90, not 190, but I-90, Interstate 90, which is Mass Pike. 7, old exit 7, new exit 12. Same here, 7 and 12. So you're going further north. The further down we go, the further north we're going. So just remember that. Shrewsbury Street, junction Route 9. It's another major exit. Used to be 17, now it's exit 21 on the eastbound side. And for the westbound side, used to be exit 28, it's still exit 21. That's Route 9 and Route 70. Junction I-90, another interstate connection. Used to be exit 19, now it's 22. Again, this is off of 290, okay, and where it meets with 190. That goes up towards Holden. And then it ends, 290 ends at 495 in Marlboro. And that's where you pick that up. So, alrighty. Did we even talk 495? I don't think we did we? No, we didn't. I mentioned it a couple times. We never really did cover it. So let's cover that. The last one I'm going to see is 495. Where are you? There you are, right there. Okay, so 495 goes from the junction 185, goes all the way up to Andover, Mass, and basically dumps you off almost in Salisbury. Salisbury, and onto 95, and then there's 2 exits, and you're in New Hampshire. So this is a long road. On a regular commute, it's 2-3 hours this way. Or if you do it quick enough, it's faster going this way. Okay, going this way down the Cape or this way down the 24 to 495. However, if any of this is tied up going through Boston, you can always try 128. Well, 128, then it gets very heavy and stop and go. 495 is usually flowing, especially if you get past south of Route 3, US 3, you're fine. You're going. You're golden. So those interstates will be the major junctions. As I said, 195 is where we start. We're heading north. The next major intersection is Route 24, major highway. 44 it can be a highway. There's parts where it's a highway, divided highway, and then all the parts where it's literally a 2-lane road. Let's see here, 138 Bay Street, 123, again, 95. It used to be exit 13, now it's exit 33. So it's 33 miles from here to 195. Okay, from 195 to 195, it's actually 33 miles. How did I figure that out? Because it's exit 33, the new exiting system. After 95, you're going to go until you get to the Mass Pike. The Mass Pike used to be exit 22. It will be exit 58 when they renumber it. 58. For the Mass Pike. Route 290, it's going to be exit 65. And Route 20 is going to be exit 63. For those who live off of Route 20. Hi, Han. Sorry, didn't mean to cough. Hi, Han. Love you. And then you go further north. Okay, you got Route 2, another major intersection. Okay, and that's now 78. Going to be exit 78. Used to be 29 A, B. Now it's 78 A and B. Post Road, Lowell Connector, Route 3 and the Lowell Connector. Route 3 goes up to Nashua. All right, 35 A, B, C. All right, with 3 exits. And that's used to be 35. Now it's exit 89. Mile marker 89. Junction 93. Mile marker 97. 97. Used to be exit 40. Now it's exit number 97. All right. That was 93. So the next major intersection from there would be the last exit showing junction Route 110. Kind of shocked that it's not showing, because actually after that exit there's no other exit, and then you just get plopped on. It's the end of 495, and you get plopped onto 95. I think it's like a 2-3 miles from that point. So, but there you go. All right, again, that's south to north. So your low numbers in the south. Exit 1 here, 1 for 1 for I-195, and it goes up. Well, since I did everything else, might as well do with the 195. I'm sorry, this is a long vlog, but I thought it was important to do this because it was getting confusing. People were asking about it and everything else. So 195 goes from Wareham and Route 495 and it goes to Providence, Rhode Island. It literally ends at Dunk in Providence, basically, or right by the Dunk. But Massachusetts itself was what we're worried about here. Exit 1 is on the Rhode Island border, and exit 40. It's a 40-mile stretch of road. This is what they call a 195 connector that connects basically Wareham, you know, to well, actually southeastern Mass to Providence, Rhode Island. All right. There used to be 22 exits on it. Okay. Now, I just have to laugh because it said, I see it says 495 and 25. They're right there together. It depends on which exit you get. If you if you go one way, if you go B, you're going 495. You go in A, you're going 25. So, where are the major intersections? Well, I guess 6 and 18, 79, Route 138. Really no major to get to 24. That's a major one right there. Route 24 for both these. Okay, 24 north and south. Um, and the rest of them are basically mostly the residential exits and everything else. There's a lot of there are a lot of a lot of commercial and commerce and you know going on, and especially down in Fall River. If you ever get a chance to go down to Fall River, you want to see Battleship Cove. All right, go see some of the Navy ships. 495, as I said, is 20. So that's why I really want to cover that much. These Fons Corners. This is in Dartmouth for UMass Dartmouth exits. All right. So and then you go and then get 6 and 88. You can get to also Horse Neck Beach. I think that's the one you got off of Horse Neck is 88. So alrighty. So there's that. For more information. Okay. And welcome back to Joe from New England. Make sure I'm on here. Okay, I think I am. I yeah, no, well, cut. Start again. 3, 2, 1. And welcome back to Joe from New England. We've been working on the new Massachusetts exit numbering system. And I did quite a few, and the one I should have done I didn't do is US 3 from 128 to the New Hampshire border, Nashville, New Hampshire. So we're going to cover that right now. All right. And this will be in our last segment, version D. This is not even available on the long version. So, well, I'll actually put it in the long version. I can add it to it, which makes it even longer. So, as we see, Route 3 is right here, US 3. I work down here at Hanscom, which is right about, well, I really can't show the pointer, I found out, but um, in that area, to get to Hanscom, a lot of people who live in New Hampshire work in Hanscom. So let's take a look at what they've done up that way with the numbering system. Back in the early 2000s, they did a major reconstruction on Route 3 to widen it and make it safer and a little less congestion. I don't know if that actually worked or not for congestion, but you know, just more and more people using it, I guess. So, all right. So we're going to start. Right, yeah, we're going to start at the southern end of Route 3, which is at the junction of I-95 and Route 128. And just to cover again, 195 and 28 are 90% the same road until you get past where 95 goes north and 128 stays on the route the road you're actually on, and that's 128 will go to Gloucester. I didn't do one for the 128 section. Maybe I should, but that small section. So, but this is the major. This is probably one of the major intersections right here. I'm trying to see if I can highlight it. And here it is. All right, so let's try this again. Okay, we go. This is one of our major sections right here. Another, well, popular connection is 62, which actually goes to Hanscom. Actually, it goes right into Concord, and you can take a road off 62 to get to Hanscom. Concord Road, Trouble Cove Road is still always. I always hear that one on the traffic reports. You get the Lowell connector. All right, so let's go back here. So it used to be 25. The old 25 is now exit 72. Mile marker exit 72. 62 used to be 26. That's the funny thing about it. It used to be 26 for 62 on 495 as well. So that was the funny thing about that. It just happened to work just right. A couple of roads, the numbers were inverted, but not anymore. It's now mile marker 73. Is that gonna be the same thing for 62 on 495? I think it's gonna be close to it. I covered that. I have to go back and look at it. Good thing I'm not giving myself a test here. 28 Treble Cove Road is 20. The low connector is now 80. Used to be 3DB. It's now northbound. Used to be 80. 495. Okay, A and C is now exit 81 A and B. And then 30 A and B southbound is now 81 north, 81 northbound and southbound for 495. So come down further, and then you're going to have Drumhill Rotary, which is another popular exit. Used to be exit 32, now exit 84, and exit 36, then 91. Last thing I'm going to cover is what they have actually completed, because I think I misspoke earlier. So let's take a look here. Notice on this computer, it's processing the other videos right now. It's running heads about buying ramen up at the 16 to 32. So yeah, so here it is. 195. That's the connector from Wareham to Providence. Route 25. Well, it's only 3 exits on it. That was really simple and easy for them to do. That's again that's between 195 and the Bourne Bridge. State Route 3 from the Sagamore Bridge up to Route 95, 93, make that. US 6, which is basically from the 295 is 295 is only 2 exits. Route 24 has been completed. The 128 section I didn't touch on is also completed. So 95 is not done. I thought it was done. It's not done per this, okay, as of February. That's when I started February 21st, and they're starting March 3rd. I do not see 495 listed on this, and there's a bunch of others that has not been touched yet. So any questions on? Said an 84 only had a couple exits on it. 295 only had a couple exits on it. So, um, check out the website and as we say in amateur radio world, well, 7-3. But however, before that, you're gonna see Future Joe finishing up this section. Actually, from that right now, he'll say Future Joe, but it's actually past Joe because I did this. I need to divide it into 4. So with that, I'm going to say 7-3, and everybody have a good day. Okay, and welcome back to Joe from New England. Make sure I'm on here. Okay, I think I am. I, yeah, no, well, cut, start again. 3, 2, 1. And welcome back to Joe from New England. We've been working on the new Massachusetts exit numbering system. And I did quite a few, and the one I should have done I didn't do is US 3 from 128 to the New Hampshire border, Nashville, New Hampshire. So we're going to cover that right now. All right. And this will be in our last segment, version D. This is not even available on the long version. So, well, I'll actually put it in the long version. I can add it to it, which makes it even longer. So, as we see, Route 3 is right here, US 3. I work down here at Hanscom, which is right about, well, I really can't show the pointer, I found out, but in that area, to get to Hanscom, a lot of people who live in New Hampshire work in Hanscom. So let's take a look at what they've done up that way with the numbering system. Back in the early 2000s, they did a major reconstruction on Route 3 to widen it and make it safer and a little less congestion. I don't know if that actually worked or not for congestion, but just more people using it, I guess. So, all right. So we're gonna start. Right, yeah, we're going to start at the southern end of Route 3, which is at the junction of I-95 and Route 128. And just to cover again, 195 and 28 are 90% the same road until you get past where 95 goes north and 128 stays on the route the road you're actually on, and that's 128 will go to Gloucester. I didn't do one for the 128 section. Maybe I should, but that small section. So, but this is this is probably one of the major intersections right here. I'm trying to see if I can highlight it, and here it is. All right, so let's try this again. Okay, we go. This is one of our major sections right here. Another well, popular connection is 62, which actually goes to Hanscom. Actually, it goes right into Concord, and you can take a road off 62 to get to Hanscom. Concord Road, Trouble Cove Road is still always. I always hear that one on the traffic reports. You get the Lowell connector. All right. So let's go back here. So it used to be 25. The old 25 is now exit 72. Mile marker exit 72. 62 used to be 26. That's the funny thing about it. It used to be 26 for 62 on 495 as well. So that was the funny thing about that. It just happened to work just right. A couple of roads, the numbers were inverted, but not anymore. It's now mile marker 73. Is that going to be the same thing for 62 on 495? I think it's going to be close to it. I covered that. I have to go back and look at it. Good thing I'm not giving myself a test here. 28 Treble Cove Road is 20. The low connector is now 80. Used to be 3DB. It's now northbound. Used to be 80. 495. Okay, A and C is now exit 81 A and B. And then 30 A and B southbound is now 81 north, 81 northbound and southbound for 495. So come down further, and then you're going to have Drumhill Rotary, which is another popular exit. Used to be exit 32, now exit 84. And exit 36, then 91. Last thing I'm going to cover is what they have actually completed, because I think I misspoke earlier. So let's take a look here. Notice on this computer, it's processing the other videos right now. It's running heads about buying ramen up at the 16 to 32. So yeah, so here it is. 195, that's the connector from Wareham to Providence. Route 25, well, it's only 3 exits on it. That was really simple and easy for them to do. That's, again, that's between 195 and the Bourne Bridge. State Route 3 from the Sagamore Bridge up to Route 93, make that. US 6, which is basically from the 295 is 295 is only 2 exits. Route 24 has been completed. The 128 section I didn't touch on is also completed. So 95 is not done. I thought it was done. It's not done per this, okay, as of February. That's when they started February 21st, and they're starting March 3rd. I do not see 495 listed on this, and there's a bunch of others that has not been touched yet. So Any questions on? Said an 84 only had a couple exits on it. 295 only had a couple exits on it. So, um, check out the website and as we say in amateur radio world, well, 7-3. But however, before that, you're gonna see Future Joe finishing up this section. Actually, from that right now, he'll say Future Joe, but it's actually past Joe because I did this. I divided it into 4. So with that, I'm going to say 7-3, and everybody have a good day. For more information on these numbering systems, all right, go ahead and go to newmassexits.com. That's newmassexits.com. All right, and this is where you find this. And this little blurb here will tell you. It's a real quick blurb. Again, they're doing it because of funding, but also because just it makes sense, folks. There's no more. Oh, what we gonna call it? It was exit 11 and 12. Then we put 11A for 495 when they finished 495 through. So, it just made sense. It just makes sense. So go with it, and then this way, if you're heading south, you know how far you gotta go to get to the next state. You gotta go north. You gotta look, see what the last exit number is on the map. By the way, does anybody know how to fold a map? So, once again, folks, like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Also, share this out. This was very detailed, but I hope everybody gets something out of this. So, with that said, I'll do a quick recap so you can see my face again. And so, let's present, as they say, future me. And future me be talking tomorrow morning and finish this up. Have a good day.
And welcome back to Joe from New England. And as I said, it's future me. It's not in the morning, it's actually the nighttime after. Almost 24 hours after I did all that vlogging, all that the mapping. I have decided to, as you're watching this, I divided up the entire video into multiple segments. It ended up being over an hour and 20 minutes long, hour and 10 minutes long, I think it was, plus whatever I put on here, and then the closure, and then everything else. So it's a long video, and I do apologize it took so long. So that's why I'm breaking it apart. But what I will do is I'm going to do 3 things. I'm going to break it apart into different segments, put it out in segments, and I'll put it out as a one full bit. And before I put the full bit on, I'll say if you want to see it in segments, go back to my channel and bring up the segments, and I'll put each segment by the route numbers. It's going to be divided into 3 or 4 different segments. I'm thinking of 3 right now. 3 would be about 25 minutes apiece. So hopefully that'd be enough. So with that, first I want to say thanks to EECC, that's EECC Travels, down in Louisiana. They sent us, they returned a couple of my emails, replied to a couple of my emails, and would, they give me some ideas. Also found out they're going to be heading up this way next year, so hoping to catch up and see Jason and Elisa. So, Jason, Sam Adams Brewing Company. I'll bring you. So with that, I want to say thanks a lot for everybody though who has been watching, and everybody else who is sharing it out. The last one they didn't get too much. And also just to bring up, also I'm gonna be I'm also posting soon. Hopefully we'll get that out tomorrow. Tomorrow or Tuesday. I have a video on my second day at the gym, and tomorrow will be a third day. So, gonna come out a couple days at the gym, put that in there. That's gonna be the next one for the weight loss. So I ain't doing too good. I am doing pretty well, not eating between certain hours. So that's a start. So and then and a few other things. So I'll bring that up in the other video. But please watch the other videos here, and hopefully you'll have a great day. So, as we say in the immature world, 73 folks. We'll see you next time on Joe from New England.